Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Well, I'm back at it. For some reason, I got strangely motivated to work on my truck 2 days in a row. So we'll see how that goes. Although I wouldn't say I actually worked on it yesterday, just taking a tailgate off. But I'm going to take this bed off, and then we'll start messing around with the chassis. Cleaning that up and putting that energy suspension stuff in that I have inside the truck and go from there. But it's going to be a little bit of a bear to take this off because I'm out here by myself, because I'm one of those weird third shifter people that I'm up at the dark hours of the day. But we'll start with the taillights. Taillights and the filler cap. There's 2 bolts on each taillight, and they're both T25s. Well, they're all T25s. Same with the filler cap, T25s. So we'll get those off and we'll go from there. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so this is where I'm at. It ended up being super easy. Well, I know it was easy because I've done this once before. I never actually took the whole bed off. When I did the roll pan, for these trucks, for some reason, they like integrated the rear trailer hitch into the frame rails where it's like all notched out. If you can see that, where it's all notched out. So you actually have to lift the bed off, lift the back half of the bed up, like probably 6 or 8 inches, so you can take that rear trailer hitch out. So this is the little trick I use to get my beds off my pickup trucks. Instead of buying like fancy tools and stuff like that, just use some ratchet straps, because then you can adjust the pitch angle of your bed with your ratchet straps just by clicking these off. If you want the back up a little bit or the front up a little bit, just do that and the bed pops off real easy. Oh, and this is what I was talking about in yesterday's video, how clean this chassis is. Like, this is like no big deal. That's just a little surface rust. But yeah, super clean. Super clean. I'll get more videos as I take it off. Once I get it completely off, I can show you more video. But yeah, this is just my little trick of doing it. I know I'm not the first one to do it this way, but it's just the way I take off my beds. Especially since I'm out here by myself. And yeah, I use this little piece of wood right here, because otherwise if that piece of wood wasn't there, my roll pan would slam into my cherry picker. So, and then that just keeps it, and then it'll slide up and down, and it doesn't affect like the cylinder or anything crazy like that. So yeah. Okay, I got the bed fully off. I didn't realize how loud my radio was. I did turn it down, but hopefully I don't get a copyright strike from that. But yeah, this is the chassis on it. In my opinion, it's super clean. I mean, I do live in Wisconsin, and as far as rust goes, this ain't nothing. Yeah, and then my plans for back here are to just clean up the chassis. I am going to C-notch it. I'm going to go back to that street rally shop I used to work at, and we have like 8-inch tubing. It's like a 120 wall. And then you just cut it in half, and then just cut that out and then put that in there. So that's what I'm going to do for the C-notch. I'll probably put a bump stop in there too, like just a little pancake one. I'm going to get rid of the spare tire mechanism thingy, because my hide hitch is going to go back here. I'm going to actually weld these in both sides, and I'm going to cap it off, and then my hide hitch is going to go back here. That's going to be probably no, it's not going to probably be, it's going to be a 2x4, the same as what's on my dad's back here. So it's going to be that material, 120 wall again back there. And then I'm going to cut the trailer. It's a factory OEM trailer hitch. It's the one off my dad's truck. I'm going to cut that into the chunk of 2x4 and then weld it up real nice, and that'll be behind that roll pan, and you won't even be able to see it. Because I do use my trucks as trucks. I just don't do any of that off-roading and all that kind of crap. I just haul other vehicles with them and do that kind of stuff. And I use my bed quite a lot. It's another reason why I like lowered pickup trucks. Easy to use the bed. Oh, and I do have a rear cover. It's from my Dakota. It's that Ultimate 12 9 1/4 aluminum, cast aluminum cover that goes on there. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to put that in this truck, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the rear end yet for that Dakota. Not sure if I'm going to do a Dana 60 or leave the 9 1/4 that's in it now, and then I don't know. We'll see. That truck's a long way from getting worked on yet, because I have to get this one the way I want it before I work on anything else. And I have a black Dakota now too that I need to work on. So, but that'll be in future videos, and we can go over that thing. But that's kind of where I'm at with this thing, and I'll keep updating as I go. Alright, so I got the spare tire thing off. If any of you guys needs one or know somebody that needs one, I got one. I'm not going to be using it again. First thing I'm going to do is tidy up all these wires in the back. Most of them I'm going to keep using. Passenger side taillight, driver's side taillight. Then I got 2 license plate lights. Not sure which one I'm going to cut off, because I'm just going to delume it from either one, whichever one I decide to keep. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one, because this one's super long, and I don't really need that long of one. Plus, you know, it just adds a whole bunch of wiring back here that doesn't need to be back here, because I only need one light for my license plate. Then I got my 4 pin and my 7 pin. These are still from the factory. I didn't do any of these. I just zip tied those up when I took them off the bumper. So I probably could lose this too. Not sure, because I always have that adapter. I have a 7 to 4 pin adapter that I can always use instead of just having, you know, the 4 pin and the 7 pin. But we'll see how I clean this up. But yeah, that'll be the first thing I do today. Okay, so here's where I'm at with getting those 2 little pigtails out. Quite the mess for just, and work for just 2 little pigtails, but ended up being alright. I decided to cut off the long one. So I got that little pigtail left if I ever want to put it back in, which I won't. And then got the 4-prong off, which it's all corroded and stuff anyways, so yeah, whatever. I'll never use that one again. But yeah, I had to go back and cut all the loom completely open in the rear just to get those out, because they did have factory splices in there, which they got those. So the end was in there. So I just trimmed off the end, and then I heat shrinked it, electric tape, heat shrinked it. So now that's a watertight seal, so I don't have to worry about that. That's what I did. So the pigtails would go in there. So I just chopped that off, electric taped it, heat shrinked it, then put that good stuff in there. So I got some of that in there too. I forget what that's called. But yeah, so I got 2 more wires to do, which those ones go even further up into the wiring harness. So we'll see where those ones come out. I won't bore you with those ones. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got, just to take those 2 little pigtails out. Yeah, I could have just trimmed them right where they went into the wiring harness and heat shrinked it and done all that, but I got some time. So I figured I might as well putz on it and take it completely out of the wiring harness and then redo it. And then I do have some of the smaller wire loom protector stuff, or covers. So I'm probably going to ditch these bigger factory ones for the smaller ones, make it all up the same size. Oh, and I did have to cut some of these off. I don't know what the hell these are called, but I'll have to get some of these. I don't even know if they sell these individually, but we'll see. If not, I'll just have to attach them to the frame some other way. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Back at it, I suppose. Alright, I got it all done. Took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take, but like I said, I was putsy on it. Those two wires that I was talking about ended up going way up into the wiring harness, so I just stopped right around these clips because I don't even know if they're going to make those clips like other than OEM, and I'm not going to spend probably 50 bucks what they want for those freaking Steeler ships. But yeah, I stopped those wires probably right there. I just flipped them over, put them in there, and called it a day. But yeah, it turned out pretty nice. It looks a lot cleaner. At least I think so. But yeah, that's more or less it. You know, I'm gonna keep going, cleaning things up back here. As far as wiring goes, I'm pretty much done. Probably gonna get rid of this vent tube. I'll probably just not necessarily eliminate it. I'll just go down to here and get some sort of breather that goes on the actual axle tube. That's more or less it. I think next time I'm gonna start disassembling some stuff. Take the leaf springs off, the axle out, drive shaft out. Maybe even drop the gas tank, get that out of the way. And then start going to town cleaning the chassis. Not gonna go crazy with it, but definitely gonna get off all the surface rust, and then I'm gonna come back through and I'm gonna chassis saver everything. The only thing I really gotta do as far as rust preventative stuff is there's some rust starting on the body mounts. But when I pop those up and put the new energy suspension stuff in there, that's when I'll go through and do that rust converter, etch and prime it, and then that should be good to go forever. And I'm gonna come back, chassis saver everything, and call it a day. But yeah, that should be pretty good for this video. See if I can keep this going. Seems to keep me motivated a little bit doing videos. So until next time, see you guys later.